Hello everybody and welcome to the 8th segment of Inside the Circle. I'm your host, Bob Prinz, and joining us today is head coach Kevin Sasquatch Bowman. Yeah, we're liking his beard. He's growing his beard for a fundraiser. Coach, I'll let you just mention that fundraiser real fast.
Just real quick, the beard and the hair for 2 months for stbaldricks.org. If you want to make a donation, go ahead, and they will shave everything off in 2 months. But I'm going to let it go. It's going to be pretty ugly, so I'm looking forward to it.
So we'll have absolutely zero change there, then, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm ugly too. We're going to be discussing some score updates and then highs and lows that the team has experienced this year. And it's been a while since we've last talked, and you've done quite a bit of wrestling since then. You guys had the Southeast Falcon Duel tournament where you went 2 and 3 on the day. How did you feel going into the tournament? How did you feel after it was finished?
We knew the tournament was going to be tough with the teams we had slated to wrestle, and we lost 2 of the matches that we lost. We thought that was going to be the outcome. We lost 1 match that we felt like we shouldn't have. It was the last match of the day. The kids were tired, and we learned a lot from that. We talked to the kids about how you need to wrestle in tournaments, save your energy, things like that. It was a good lesson learned for the kids. So we did okay with that tournament. We took a lot away from it.
Yeah, so I was speaking to the kids in their interview. It's a lot for the freshmen and sophomores, kids who haven't really experienced it, which you have a lot of on your team, to know how to go 5 matches in a day and conserve that energy, how to regain that energy, eating proper foods and things like that. And it's tough. You then had a tri-meet against Eastern Alamance and Western Alamance. Now you beat Western Alamance and then lost a close match to Eastern Alamance. What were the highs and lows there?
Western Alamance, we were extremely happy with that match. The kids did well. We looked like a strong technical team. We didn't give up many pins. We won matches we should have. The Eastern Alamance match was the complete opposite. They're a good team. We gave up too many pins, and that's why we lost. And that's been a major thing for us this year, learning not to give up pins. And we gave up too many against Eastern Alamance, and they won the match.
I've seen some of the scores for Eastern Alamance on the website and nwcaonline.com. They're surprising some teams. They're surprising me. They're coming on pretty strong. They're building.
They're good. They're well coached. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Eastern Alamance at all. I mean, they've got some good quality kids. Yeah. They definitely do.
Yeah. Then you hosted the 17th annual Lee Hubbard Invitational, also known as the Wildcat Invitational. You took 2nd in this tournament. What does that mean to you and your team?
It's big. That's our tournament. That's in our gym. We talk to the kids over break about that. Kids are coming in our gym. We need to represent well, and we did. We had several kids medal. We took 2nd behind a very strong Thomasville team. So we were thrilled to do that, to get actually our first trophy of the year on our home turf. It's nice, and it's good for the kids. The kids left feeling good about that, and it was a good kind of mid-season builder. I think sometimes when you hit that mid-season line, you see kids get tired. A little bit of burnout starts to occur, and that was a good way to avoid some of that.
It was a good morale boost. They were really excited when they got. We actually had to kind of shoo them off the floor after they got the trophy.
Yeah, it's nice to see. They definitely earned every bit of that. They've worked very hard this year. They earned that.
It was nice for a young group of kids who have been working hard to finally see some reward in hardware. Bring home the trophy. It was good for them. Not to mention it's a really nice trophy. You guys then went on and you wrestled Rockingham. You picked up a W there in the conference, which is big, followed by a JV tournament at Southwest Guilford. While the team overall didn't do too well, still you guys brought home quite a few medals from that tournament, which was also nice. And a lot of your varsity wrestlers were in that tournament because they're actually, you more or less had a JV team wrestling varsity than you did a varsity team go into a JV tournament.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, the Rockingham match we were thrilled with. We're starting to see the guys start to come together. Our footwork, our ground game's coming together a little bit more. Our shots are starting to become a little bit stronger, and we're starting to learn how to wrestle on bottom, which has helped us, and that showed up in the Rockingham match. The JV tournament, we took quite a few of our kids and gave them the opportunity to wrestle. They're inexperienced, and that was the perfect tournament for them. I mean, they're all in the varsity lineup, but we didn't win that tournament, obviously. So that's a good way to look at things. That they have a lot to learn, and it was a really good tournament for them. I think we had 8 or 9 kids walk away with medals that day. So that was a good way.
Do you feel like they went in with the right mindset, or do you think they went in with a little bit of cockiness of thinking this is a JV tournament?
No, at the start of the week, I think I heard a little bit of that, and we stopped that pretty much when we said, you guys don't even have a chance to win this tournament. And
it's a tough tournament.
Yeah, it's a good tournament. I told them, I said, you guys aren't going to win this tournament. I said, so you might as well go ahead and keep approaching this like you do everything else. And once we told them that, they did, and they entered with the right mindset, and they did well.
Good. Moving on from that tournament, this past weekend you hopped into a tournament at the last minute at High Point Andrews, and that was a loaded tournament. That was a varsity tournament with some high caliber programs. How did you feel at the end of that, and do you feel like you'll go back again next year?
I would love to go back next year. The team's there. That's what you want every weekend. You want to wrestle good talent, and there was a ton of it there this weekend. Wheatmore won it. That's a 2A school, and they won that tournament. They had a lot of really good individual wrestlers. When Southeast Guilford's taken third in a tournament, you know you're at a good tournament, because Southeast is a complete team from top to bottom. They're really strong. So it was good for our kids to see that tournament. All of them stayed and they watched. Got several matches wrestled, but it's a good learning experience. Where we want that team to be in another year, you've got to wrestle. You've got to wrestle the best. If you want to get
Ric Flair said it best, Coach. That right? To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Woo! Exactly.
Finishing the year out, you guys are going to go to Eastern Alamance to wrestle in the Eagle Duels on the 21st. Then the next Monday, you're going to be here on the 23rd against McMichael. Very big match for you guys. And then 2 days later on the 25th, that Wednesday, you're going to wrestle Northern Guilford. Now, right now, you're 3-2 in the conference. If you guys beat McMichael and Northern Guilford, it's kind of looking like you guys are going to have a tie for second place between you and Eastern Alamance. In the way that the ties work, if there's a tie in the conference, it comes down to those two teams of whoever finishes higher at the conference tournament. That being said, how do you feel your chances are if that comes to that situation?
The conference is very even after Moorhead. Moorhead definitely is the best team in the conference. And if they don't win the conference tournament, I'll be very surprised. They have a lot of strong individuals. So after that, it's tough to really kind of get a read on where we'll be. We've got some individuals who are starting to hit their minimum weight classes, and I think that will affect some things. But they've got to beat McMichael first. Then they've got to beat Northern Guilford, and then we'll worry about that problem. We're getting prepared starting today for the weekend, Monday and Wednesday, all at the same time. Working on a lot of little things we identified this weekend, and we'll see. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I would like for that to be a problem we have to worry about. Yeah. That'd be a good thing.
Well, Coach, good luck to you this upcoming weekend against those 5 teams at Eastern Alamance. As always, it's been a pleasure, and we thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today. We'll see you next time, and let's go Wildcats.